Welcome to the Advanced Tool Health and Life Coach certification. Today we're discussing wellness coaching modules, more importantly, specifically about the occupational stress management and the anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Introduction. Occupational stress is a growing concern in today's fast-paced professional world where the job demands often overshadow personal well-being. It impacts the individuals across all industries and roles, creating a ripple effect on the mental, physical health, and the productivity levels. Chronic workspace stress doesn't exist in isolation. It is closely tied to broader health issues, including systemic inflammation, a biological response that will prolonged, exacerbate conditions such as cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, anxiety, and depression. Understanding how to manage occupational stress and promote anti-inflammatory lifestyle equips life and health coaches to foster holistic well-being in clients. By addressing stressors in the workspace with actionable strategies and blending these with habits that counteract chronic inflammation, coaches can help the clients achieve sustainable health improvements. This dual approach tackles not only the immediate symptoms of stress but also its deeper physiological consequences. Key points. 1. Understanding occupational stress and its impact. Occupational stress arises when the job demands exceeds an individual's capacity to cope. It activates the body's fight or flight response, releasing cortisol and other stress hormones. While temporary stress can boost the focus in high stakes scenarios, prolonged stress wreaks and havocs your bodily symptoms. Impact of occupational stress. Mental health decline. Chronic stress leads to anxiety, depression, and emotional exhaustion, which is burnout. Coaches often see clients who experience mental fatigue after consistent high pressure work routines. Example, a client may report feeling paralyzed at work due to overwhelming deadlines, even neglecting self-care routines. Physical health consequences. Stress leads to hypertension, sleep disruption, lowered immunity, and weight fluctuations, all of which correlate with systemic inflammation. Example, night shift workers commonly report digestive issues and susceptibility to infections due to cortisol disruption. Workspace productivity loss. High stress reduces creativity, focus, and memory retention, which undermines the workplace performance. Coach's role. Coaches should help the clients first identify the sources of occupational stress. Example, unsupported managers, unmanageable workloads. Techniques such as mindfulness, time blocking, and active communication strategies become central over here. 2. Unveiling the link between stress and chronic inflammation. Stress and inflammation are deeply interconnected. When the stress becomes chronic, the body experiences persistent low-grade inflammation, a silent yet harmful condition often overlooked in typical coaching discussions. Physiological process. Cortisol, the stress hormone, works initially to suppress inflammation. However, in chronic stress, the body becomes desensitized to cortisol, allowing pro-inflammatory pathways to dominate. Elevated inflammation markers like C-reactive protein underlie many stress-related conditions, including autoimmune diseases, migraines, and metabolic disorders. Coach's approach. Coaches must highlight this connection to clients, explaining how the unchecked workplace stress compound inflammation and how proactive lifestyle changes can mitigate these effects. Example, a client suffering from stress-induced migraines can be guided to adopt anti-inflammatory strategies such as consuming omega-3 rich meals or practicing deep breathing exercises. Stress management strategies for workplace. Coaches should address occupational stress with a tailored mix of cognitive, behavioral, and structural interventions. Below are the advanced yet practical strategies. A. Cognitive restructuring. Reframing how the clients perceive workplace challenges can alter their stress responses. Example, encourage a client to view criticism from their manager as a constructive feedback, prompting growth rather than spiraling self-doubt. B. Time management tools. Teaching the clients to prioritize tasks using systems like the AHNCO matrix, which is urgent versus important, or time blocking techniques. Example, breaking overwhelming projects into smaller, achievable milestones can reduce the mental overwhelm. C. Boundary setting techniques. Many individuals experience stress when they overcome it. Teach the clients to say no assertively yet respectfully and prioritize personal values. Example, a client feeling pressure to take on extra responsibilities can practice saying, I'd love to help, but I need to prioritize my current tasks for quality work. D. Workplace interventions. Advocate for policy changes if system stressors are involved, like overtime or toxic culture. Help the clients craft well-constructed proposals for advocating improvements. Advanced insights. Introduce micro breaks where the clients step away from screens hourly to recalibrate focus and reduce the stress. 4. Anti-inflammatory lifestyle habits. Addressing inflammation goes hand in hand with stress management. Coaches must empower their clients to adopt choices that reduce inflammation naturally. Take a moment to have a look at the below diagram. A. Nutrition for anti-inflammation. Diet has a large influence on inflammation levels. Coaches should be guiding their clients to focus on an anti-inflammatory food group, such as omega-3 fish, which are salmon and sardines, antioxidant-packed fruits, which has berries and citrus, vegetable with anti-inflammatory properties like broccoli and spinach, and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric and ginger. Foods to avoid would be processed sugars, refined carbs, and trans fats, as these trigger inflammatory pathways. Example, a stressed out client with inflammation joints like joint pain could benefit from a meal plan centered with leafy greens, nuts, and turmeric tea. B. Balance physical activity. Exercise reduces cortisol levels and inflammation through improved circulation and endorphin release. Types of movement could include low impact exercises like yoga and swimming for beginners, moderate cardiovascular activity for experienced clients. Examples, suggest a stressed client sign up for weekly yoga sessions to combine muscular recovery with mindfulness. C. Stress reduction techniques. Calm the mind to keep the inflammation at bay with the following, which are meditation and mindfulness practices like box breathing, nature immersion to reset the circadian rhythms and lower cortisol levels, journaling to release pent up emotions constructively. Example, a morning walk in green spaces can take just 20 minutes but significantly reduces systemic inflammation and emotional distress. Sleep hygiene. D. Sleep allows the body to regulate excess cortisol levels and repair inflammatory damage. Highlight strategies like maintaining consistent sleep schedule, creating a tech-free wind-down ritual an hour before bed, using calming herbs like chamomile tea when insomnia rises. Example, help a client create a sleep journal to track irregularities and test environmental changes like blackout curtains or white noise. 5. Integrating personal and organizational strategies. While the clients must implement personal stress reducing and anti-inflammatory practices, they will benefit from coaches advocating integrated approaches like workplace wellness. A. Personalized customized lifestyle plan. Develop structured wellness plans combining nutrition, exercise, and stress reduction practices. Example, create a tracker where the clients log triggers, mindfulness exercises, meal plans, and resulting emotional states. B. Advocate for workplace wellness programs. Encourage the clients to work collectively to introduce initiatives like mindfulness workshops, ergonomic workplace designs, or healthy snack options in office settings. C. Collaboration skills. Help the clients build essential skills to collaborate effectively with colleagues and superiors, reducing unnecessary workplace friction. Use role playing to stimulate challenging conversations in real world scenarios. Example, role playing negotiating flexible working hours during high stress deadlines. D. Behavior modeling. Encourage the clients to act as wellness role models in their workplaces by embodying balance and resilience. Advanced perspective. One client successfully implementing wellness principles can create ripple effects, inspiring peers to follow their lead in choosing anti-inflammatory recipes for potlucks or advocating for micro movements during their meetings. Best practices for coaches. Being the best judge of the chorus. The metaphor of being the best judge of the chorus emphasizes the coach's ability to listen to and evaluate all aspects of the client's life to identify what works together in harmony versus what creates discord or imbalance. Here's how coaches can excel at this role by integrating advanced strategies, each explained with examples. 1. Assessing the chorus of stressors. To be a great judge, a coach must first help the clients identify all the elements creating noise in their lives. This includes relationship dynamics, workplace demands, physical environment, and internal thought patterns. Example, a coach might encourage a burnt out client to visualize a day as a set of overlapping soundtracks. Together, they would identify stressor moments like loud notes and calming ones which are softer notes. Then they could prioritize adjusting one loud note at a time, like negotiating fewer meetings or implementing midday mindfulness breaks. 2. Identifying hidden sources of discord. Not all stressors are obvious. Coaches must hone their ability to spot subtle contributors such as outdated belief systems or hidden workplace dynamics. Example, a client may feel stressed without clear triggers. After discussing their routines, a coach could identify that their habit of eating sugary foods during high pressure afternoons exacerbates their stress via energy crashes. 3. Educating clients about harmonizing with anti-inflammatory practices. Once a discord is identified, coaches guide clients into incorporating habits that promote inner and outer harmony. Example, after exploring stress triggers, a coach might suggest anti-inflammatory tea rituals like turmeric or ginger tea during breaks during tense work hours. These rituals aren't just physical remedies, they also bring moments of relaxation to recalibrate the mental focus. 4. Tuning up workplace dynamics. Clients spend significant time at work. Crafting solutions for this environment is essential. Example, a coach could help a client organize a short wellness initiative like encouraging team walks after meetings. These small steps reduce the systemic stress while fostering camaraderie. 5. Building resilience boundaries. Part of managing occupational stress is creating effective boundaries. Coaches can teach their clients how to say no without guilt while protecting their day to day harmony. Example, a coach might play a situation where the client is being pushed to take out an extra work, providing scripts like, I'd love to help, but I can't take on additional tasks right now without compromising the quality of my work. 6. Monitoring the scope of progress. Coaches must track how well the client's skin chorus evolve. Are certain patterns still creating disharmony? Example, they could use check-ins every 2 weeks to assess if mindfulness practices are reducing stress or if additional strategies need to be introduced. 7. Investigating physical and nutrition contributions. Physical health and diet plays a critical role in reducing the stress and inflammation as the key parts of creating harmonious chorus. Example, to help the client shift the meals into including anti-inflammatory foods after noticing their reliance on processed snacks. For instance, adding avocado toast with a sprinkle of flaxseed could replace sugary breakfast that spike cortisol. 8. Encouraging collaborations for a larger symphony. Clients thrive in collective environments, and coaches should guide them in improving team dynamics and encouraging wellness among peers. Example, a coach might recommend that a client not only propose healthier snacks for office meetings but also bring in home prepared anti-inflammatory options to model this change. 9. Adjusting the tempo to avoid burnout. Rest and recovery are essential counterbalances to stress. Coaches must remind the clients to slow down and rest within the music. Example, developing a slow date schedule for a client where they deliberately reduce email checking and focus on restorative activities like stretching, journaling, or engaging hobbies. 10. Promoting a growth-oriented mindset. Stress and inflammation thrive in restrictive, fear-based mentalities. Coaches should help introduce reframing exercises to encourage expansive thinking. Example, teach a client to view setbacks at work not as failures but as opportunities to sharpen problem-solving skills, thus turning anxiety-inducing situations into growth experiences. 11. Fostering self-compassion as the inner conductor. Clients often internalize critical voices during periods of high stress. Cultivate an inner voice of compassion to lead their client's life in symphony. Example, assigning an exercise with the clients write down 3 things they did well each day. Over time, this shift focus from criticism to celebration. 12. Utilizing technology as a supportive instrument. Smart devices and apps can help track habits, manage time, and monitor health benefits. Coaches should use these and guide the clients in using them intentionally, avoiding over-reliance. Example, you can recommend apps for guided meditation or dietary tracking like the Insight Timer or MyFitnessPal, alongside conversations about balance to prevent clients from feeling overwhelmed by digital tools. 13. Inspiring creativity in problem solving. When facing with deeply ingrained stress patterns, creativity becomes a powerful tool. Coaches can offer imaginative ways to break free from other routines. Examples, suggest to a client with a repetitive commute and a high stress that they try biking riding to work for both novelty and health benefits. 14. Rehearsing social harmony. Clients should consider relationships as opportunities to refine their interpersonal communication. Help them clarify values like respect and kindness. Example, role-play situations where a client must host difficult conversations with supervisors or family members, emphasizing non-violent communication strategies. 15. Bridging theory and action. Ultimately, the best judge of the chorus ensures that the plans don't just stay as theoretical advice. Coaches must lead the clients to commit step by step. Example, start with one actionable change per week, like introducing an anti-inflammatory smoothie day on Mondays and celebrating small wins to sustain momentum. Final reflection. To be the best judge of the chorus, a coach must act as both a discerning evaluator and an empowering guide. By fine-tuning each instrument, whether it's emotional resilience, physical health, or workplace strategies, coaches help their clients compose lives that resonate with balance, vitality, and connection. Summary tables. Take a look at table number 1, which looks at the impact of occupational stress. Take a look at table number 2, which looks at the chronic stress and its link to inflammation. Table number 3 looks at the different stress management techniques. Table number 4 looks at the anti-inflammatory lifestyle habits. And table number 5 looks at the personal and organizational solutions. Now let's pop into some MCQ questions by looking at question number 1 and 2. Try to answer without looking at the answers. Question number 3 and 4. And finally question number 5. Thank you.